Welcome back to my channel, Modest Fashionista. This is Alicia. Okay, in this video, I will be giving a lecture. This lecture is titled, Why You Should Not Use the Term Handicap. However, before we get into it, I need to announce that, several months back, I went to my retina specialist and he told me that the cornea in my left eye was deteriorating. Then later on, just last month, it wasn't last month, not March, but in February 2026, I went to see my glaucoma specialist and I asked her if it was deteriorating, and she told me no, but that I had a lot of band keratopathy on that cornea. So I don't know why my retina specialist told me that, unless deteriorating corneas and band keratopathy looks similar. So, good news. The cornea in my left eye is not deteriorating after all, thank goodness. But I do have band keratopathy. Now let's get into the speech, the lecture. Okay, I'm getting started with the lecture now. You should not use the term handicap because it is inappropriate. It has this bad connotation of like this hand in cap situation. It kind of reminds people of beggars holding out caps in their hand for people to drop money in for pity. The term handicap originated in the old Western days when horse racing was a popular sport, and the rider that was ahead would do something that would slow down the other riders to what they call handicap the other horse riders in the horse race. Okay, so you may be curious, so if you're not supposed to use the term handicapped because the disability and differently abled community believes that it's inappropriate, then what should you call the parking spaces that are reserved for people that have what's called handicap stickers? They should not be called handicap stickers, even though that's what everyone knows them to be called. A better way to say that would be accessibility stickers, and the parking spots that are reserved for people with these accessibility stickers should be called accessible parking spaces. The stickers are not handicapped. They are an accessible way to gain access to an accessible parking space. The parking space is not handicapped. It is a space that's reserved for people that have accessible parking stickers on their cars. Okay, and furthermore, people are not handicapped. People are disabled or differently abled. You need to use whichever term that person is comfortable with. A lot of people would prefer that you say disabled. However, there are people that would prefer that you say differently able. If you don't know which term to use, ask them what terminology they would prefer. Most disability advocates believe that you should say disabled and not differently abled because many of them believe that the term differently abled is not true because it's not different abilities, it's just disabilities because people do things in a different way. It doesn't matter how you get that thing done, just as long as you do it, even if you have to do it in a different way. Okay, and on the other side, on the other hand, the people that would prefer that you say differently abled instead of disabled, they believe that because some people with disabilities believe that we actually do have different abilities instead of only disabilities. I would prefer that you say differently abled because I do have different abilities. I can see, but I can't see normally. I don't have typical vision, but I do have vision. So in that case, I am differently abled. I am able differently to see. Okay, and in another example, if, for instance, if I pour myself a cup of, let's just use Sprite for instance, sometimes I may put my finger near the top of the cup and stop about when the Sprite touches my fingers, and other times I may just pour it into the cup until I'm able to see the liquid and then stop. That's pouring myself a Sprite in a cup, but it's doing it differently. It's a different ability. I am not handicapped. I am differently abled. That is a good example. There's some good examples why you shouldn't use the term handicapped. You should not say that someone has something wrong with them or that something is wrong with someone. That is dehumanizing, it's embarrassing, and it's just plain right disrespectful. I do not know of, either personally or just in hearing about them, I do not know of one disabled person that thinks it's okay to say that there's something wrong with them. It's not okay to do that. Please stop saying that. Please don't say that someone has something wrong with them. Please stop calling us handicapped. It's just not nice to be on the receiving end of those terms. Please like this video and share this video. Please hit the notification bell. Please support my channel and please subscribe to my channel.